You want that upgrade, that opportunity, that change. But do you need it or just desire it? Here's the quiet truth. Most goals stall not from lack of effort, but from confusion between what feels urgent and what's truly essential. Today we'll clear that fog, not to suppress your ambition, but to direct it. I'm your host from Tiny Habits, Big Life, and in the next 10 minutes, we're building a compass for intentional living. Let's define this simply. A need is essential for your well-being, growth, or core values. Think of things like safety, health, purpose, connection, and integrity. Without it, your foundation weakens. A desire, on the other hand, is a want. It's often shaped by comparison, trends, or fleeting emotion. Desires aren't wrong, but they can be misleading when mistaken for a need. For example, a need might sound like, I need focused time to learn and grow. But a desire often sounds like, I want to check messages one more time, just in case. That tiny mix-up. That's where discipline fades and distraction wins. It's the subtle choice that derails our bigger plans. This isn't just a philosophical idea. It's a practical distinction that determines where our energy goes every single day. Recognizing this difference is the first step toward reclaiming your focus and making progress on the things that truly matter to you. Think of someone we all know. Let's call them Alex. Alex needs energy, presence, and long-term security. Those are the pillars of a sustainable, fulfilling life. But Alex desires instant validation, likes quick wins, and external approval. So, what does Alex do? Alex works late, chasing more. Alex skips rest, believing productivity is a numbers game. Alex says yes to everything, fearing they might miss out. The result? Burnout. Missed moments with loved ones. And that quiet, nagging ache that whispers, I'm doing so much, so why do I feel so empty? Neuroscience actually explains this phenomenon quite well. Desires trigger a fast hit of dopamine, like the rush you get from sugar. It's quick, it's intense, but it doesn't last. Needs, however, feed a slow, steady sense of fulfillment, more like protein. They build you up over time. Our brain loves shortcuts. It's wired for the quick fix of dopamine. But real, lasting growth? That's built on the clarity to choose the protein over the sugar, the need over the desire. So how do we make better choices in the moment? Here's a simple toolkit. Before you make any big decision involving your time, money, or energy, just pause and ask yourself 3 questions. First, if I don't get this, will my well-being or my core values suffer, or just my ego? This separates genuine needs from social pressures. Second, am I seeking this to fill a gap or to express who I truly am? This helps you distinguish between acting from a place of insecurity versus a place of strength and purpose. And third, will this move me toward my future self, or will it just soothe my present anxiety? This question forces you to think long-term instead of just reacting to immediate discomfort. Let's try it. You're thinking about buying a new online course. Is it truly for growth, or is it driven by a fear of falling behind your peers? Or what about scrolling on your phone late at night? Is that genuine rest, or is it a way to avoid thinking about a problem? This 3-question filter isn't meant to be restrictive. It's actually liberating. It helps you cut through the noise and tune into the signal of what you truly need. Now, this isn't about giving things up or living a life of self-denial. It's about giving your best energy to what truly matters. When your fundamental needs are honored, when you get enough rest, have focused time, feel connected to others, and are actively growing, something amazing happens. Your desires transform. They stop being compulsive and start becoming playful and creative. For example, a desire to travel, when it's aligned with a genuine need for perspective, becomes a meaningful exploration, not just an escape. A desire for recognition, when it's aligned with your need to contribute something valuable, becomes work that resonates with others naturally, without you having to chase applause. The goal isn't to have fewer wants. The goal is to have clearer priorities, so that your wants serve your needs, not the other way around. When you get this right, you feel a deep sense of alignment, where your actions and your values are in perfect harmony. So, here's your tiny habit challenge for this week. It's simple but powerful. For the next 3 days, I want you to pick one daily decision. It could be a decision about buying something, how you spend an hour at work, whether you scroll on your phone, or even something you're about to say. After you've made the decision, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, was that driven by a need or was it driven by a desire? There's no judgment here. No shame and no need to immediately fix anything. The only goal is awareness. Because awareness is the first tiny habit. Once you have awareness, clarity becomes the second. And from clarity comes intention, which is the third. And intention? That's where big lives truly begin. It all starts with noticing that one small choice. You don't need to stop desiring. You just need to lead with what's essential. Because when your foundation is solid, when your needs are met with care and attention, your desires become wings, not weights. They lift you up instead of holding you down. If this helped you find a little more clarity today, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and maybe share this with someone you know who's running hard but isn't quite sure where they're headed. And remember, clarity isn't about having fewer wants. It's about knowing which ones will truly move you forward. Stay intentional, stay growing. I'll see you in the next tiny habit.